The Ministry of Finance, the bustling and lively shops, a true business magnet for many people with well-developed and modern infrastructure and those constant, seemingly never-ending, frustrating traffic jams that never seem to let up. Did you recognize the district, or perhaps does it sound all too familiar? That's exactly what we're going to talk about. This is a specialist from the real estate agency BD Realty, and today our series is about the wealthiest district of Tbilisi, Vake. Let me explain about the word rich. Here you'll find an abundance of luxury real estate, offices, and people. You can see it in the traffic jams. And now we're going to walk through the most important places in our opinion. Once, Vake was on the outskirts. Life used to be centered around the old Avlabari, but everything changed at the beginning of the 20th century when Tbilisi University opened. And now, a century later, we are standing on one of the main streets of this district. It is named after the Georgian poet, publicist, and nationalist who fought for Georgia's sovereignty, Ilia Chavchavadze. Right now behind me is Axis Towers. These two towers are a hallmark of the city. By the way, the average price per square meter here is $4,000. But that's not what we're talking about right now, right? So let's move on. Vake Park is within walking distance. And when it comes to walking distance, it's accessible from many homes in this area. Vake Park, or formerly Victory Park, stretches across 200 hectares. According to information from tourist forums back in Soviet times, this place was a major landscaping project. And as we can see, the effort and resources invested have paid off. Huge fountains, a grand staircase, and a cable car to Turtle Lake. And around this green area, houses began to spring up.
A brief word about Turtle Lake. This is a park with a reservoir located on an elevation, specifically 686 meters above sea level. Accordingly, the view from here is stunning. The lake got its name from the abundance of turtles. However, spotting them here today is quite a stroke of luck. Personally, I never managed to see any myself. If you're interested in places for children's activities, you'll love Mziuri Park. It's full of playgrounds, a skate park, bridges, stairways, and the silver hippopotamus, which is a signature spot for photos.
This is my favorite, the round square, and I love it for the sculpture of the Little Prince from Antoine de Saint-Exupéry's tales. The atmosphere here is completely different. There are no high-rise buildings here, but notice the infrastructure is well developed. You can also run into local celebrities here. In Soviet times, people received apartments here. But for the most part, tourists don't settle here. There are other districts for that. Historically, Vake has become a magnet for business. Cafes, restaurants, offices, gyms are opening up here all the time, and overall commerce is thriving in this area. And that's just the beginning.
That's why it's hard to say that anything is really missing in this district for a comfortable life. The abundance of cafes and restaurants satisfies any gastronomic craving, while large supermarkets more than meet everyday consumer needs. Inside, you'll find a wide selection of products from different countries, and nearby there are also street stalls selling various seasonal fruits. Vake also has many educational institutions that attract young people from Georgia as well as applicants from other countries. In addition, the district is home to research centers, higher education schools, and administrative buildings. All of this shows that Vake is not just a hub for business, but also for the intelligentsia as a whole.
Transportation. Unfortunately, Vake doesn't have a metro, and the situation with buses here is also rather complicated. Even though the buses run against the main flow of traffic, they struggle to handle the passenger load during rush hours. So you either have to squeeze in tightly or wait for another bus. But there's an upside to this. A crafty driver can't jump into the oncoming lane to cut down their weight in traffic, so you actually get to your destination faster. By the way, the fare is $1. And since we've touched on the topic of prices, let's talk about residential real estate. In this area, resale apartments are sold at an average price of $2,300 per square meter. As for new developments from builders, prices here start from, let me repeat, from $2,000 per square meter. There isn't active construction happening on every corner here, but still, there are options to choose from. Domus, X2, VR, and so on. By the way, about that, and so on. We can tell you more about all the projects in detail during a personal meeting or a free consultation. By the way, our office in Tbilisi is located right in this area at 47 Irakli Bashidze Street. Come visit us. And right now, you'll see our contact information on the screen, so you can get in touch with us and receive a free consultation on buying real estate in Tbilisi. And I'm not saying goodbye just yet. See you in the next videos. And maybe with some of you, even in person.